Do you own or rent your home? Sure you do, and I'll bet it can be hard work. You know what's easy? Bundling policies with Geico. Geico makes it easy to bundle your homeowner's or renter's insurance along with your auto policy. It's a good thing, too, because you already have so much to do around your home. Go to geico.com, get a quote, and see how much you could save. It's Geico easy. Visit geico.com today. That's geico.com.
Yeah, I heard an ad elsewhere over the weekend for one of these national, just go to this website, you can do your own will. Can I make a suggestion? Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't. A will is not something that you're not around, to kind of force the issue and say, this is what I want done. This is how you're gone. That's the whole point. The will is supposed to tell everybody this is what happens. Having that drawn up by an Alabama lawyer following Alabama law is priceless. It is the one thing that will assure that what you say you want to happen is actually going to happen, okay? There's no website, there's no national thing, there's no whatever you want to call it. None of that stuff can beat having an actual local lawyer do it. The lawyer you should use, of course, is Chuck Davis, chuckdavislaw.com. He does other things as well. He's a general practice lawyer, and you can tell him your story and find out if you have a case, if that's interesting. He's doing $99 simple wills right now. Also does divorce, custody, contract work, probate, and wrongful death, personal injury, medical malpractice, all of this and more. Give him a call and just, set up an appointment. You will actually meet with Chuck Davis. You will actually meet with the Chuck Davis, and you can tell him your story about, how you feel and whether or not he'll be the one who can tell you whether or not you got a case. No representation is made that the legal services provided are superior to legal services provided by other attorneys. ChuckDavisLaw.com. ChuckDavisLaw.com. 823-9992 is his telephone number. And if you are so banged up from your accident that you can't make it to him, he will be happy to come to you. All right. Rain out of the forecast for the moment. That's a good thing. We got a very hot day on our hands. Tomorrow looks the same, except the rain is most likely going to increase. I was just whining about my experience at Walmart on Sunday with all the blue cart people, the people who are there shopping for folks who ordered online. I don't order online, by the way. I never have. I could, but I don't because I understand the impulse buy. Mm-hmm. Many's the time I'll be shopping and I'll be like, oh, look at that. I could buy some of those. I could put it with this over here, then throw in some of that. I got dinner, And if I was just shopping online, going and buying the stuff that's specifically on my list, I wouldn't have the ability to do that. So, impulse shopping can sometimes be a good thing. Wanda is in Bessemer with thoughts on the blue card people. What's up, Wanda?
Well, you can impulse buy online. Trust me.
Yeah?
Do it all the time.
You've done it.
Oh, yes. But Walmart has their groceries, and I don't really understand this, but their groceries that they have delivered are delivered by DoorDash.
Okay.
Now, I can get food from DoorDash anytime I want to. I cannot, however, get groceries from Walmart. They will not deliver them to me.
Weird.
That's what I thought. So I just went back to Instacart. I like them.
Okay. Whatever works for you.
But I thought I'd let you know that those little blue cart people are shopping for the DoorDash delivery people.
The blue cart people, those damn blue cart people, how dare. I know some of them are shopping for the whole just delivery to go right outside.
My cousin orders hers and picks it up on her way home from work.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know.
But she's up in Coleman, so she's not bothering you.
I have so little joy in my life that shopping at Walmart and buying things that I like is I just don't want to ever remove that from myself.
I understand that.
I think maybe if we brought back the 24-hour Walmart,
aren't they? Are they not 24 hours? I thought they were. 24 hours.
I think that privilege was revoked.
Oh, because of the COVID thing.
Because of the COVID.
Damn it.
I know, and we didn't appreciate it enough.
No, I would agree.
Grocery shopping at 2 a.m. is chef's kiss.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Enjoy yourself.
Thank you, Wanda. I appreciate that. Here is Joe on a cell phone. Joe, you're on Talk 99.5. What's up?
Hey, Richard, how are you?
I'm exquisite, as always.
As always. Well, I don't know why Wanda can't get her groceries delivered to her, but I have my groceries delivered to me. It's a very simple process, and if you're a Walmart Plus member, it costs you less. You don't pay the delivery fee unless you go to the express delivery. Like if I forget to get something and I need it for tonight's meal.
Gotcha.
I can get it delivered in 2 hours or less, and it only costs me $10 instead of $20, plus the tip to DoorDash. They also have Scan and Go, as does Sam's, where you scan your own groceries and bag them as you go along, and then at Walmart, you check out at the, where you have 10 items or less and you self-check.
Right. Yeah, I gotcha.
And you scan the barcode on your phone.
I have to be a Walmart Plus member to make all this work, though.
Not all of it. No, you can get your groceries delivered, but it costs you.
What about Scan and Go? Because I am so ready.
Scan and Go does not charge you. No.
So I don't have to be a Walmart Plus member to get the Scan and Go thing. I'm looking into this. So. I'm telling you, I'm going to take a good long look.
We used to do that at Sam's Club, and it's amazing.
I like it. I
like
the concept.
All they do is scan the barcode when you go to leave. It's great.
Like the idea. I'm crazy about this.
It's a great idea.
Avoiding the lines. Count me in. Yep. I'm going to do the research. Thank you for the heads up, Joe. I appreciate it. Let's talk to here is Ken in Irondale. What's up, Ken?
Well, I wanted to brighten your day with a funny Walmart story so that the blue bin people will not get you down. And now that you found out about Scan and Go, your day is already bright.
Oh, yeah.
And I'd like to try to add a little more to it. A couple of years ago, a friend and I, actually it was longer ago than that, we were shopping at Walmart, and we decided to use the automated checkout. And it had a human voice, but the human voice was not edited and inflected properly. And one of the things that we bought was some bananas. And so we had properly placed all of our items except our bananas. And the automated voice said, "Please move your bananas." And we got a kick out of that because of the way it sounded more like, "Please move, you're crazy." And
bananas.
I'm
nice.
I'm easily amused. It doesn't take much.
Clearly. Well, ever since they started the whole self-checkout, everything I buy that's produce is bananas. So it works out pretty well. I kid. That would be wrong. I would not do that. Plus, there are cameras looking every minute, and they'll nail you to the wall. Thank you, Ken. Yeah, bananas are one of the cheaper foods. I was at Publix, and I was looking at bananas, and all of the regular bananas were green, and they were like 52 cents a pound. And then next to them were the organic bananas that were all like beautifully ripe and yellow, and they were 72 cents a pound. I was like, am I really going to let 20 cents a pound keep me from getting the good bananas? No, I'm getting the organic nanners, I'm telling you right now. Ken the Liberal's on a cell phone. What's up, Ken?
Hey, how you doing today, Richard?
I'm exquisite, as always.
Well, good, man. Hey, you and your band and all the rest of you guys did a great job with Jawbone Jam, and it was good seeing everybody up there.
Oh, thank you, Ken.
Really did a good job.
It was good to see you, too. I'm glad you made it.
Well, thanks, man. I try to support y'all, and SHG is awesome. I mean, we sat there, and my wife and I had a good, long conversation with her, and she is a awesome woman.
Try to stop her from talking. That's what I say. Give that a shot.
I don't think you can.
You're not gonna. It's not gonna work. I can tell you that right now.
Hey, listen.
Anyway.
Yeah. I called. I was thinking. I haven't heard many people talking about this Biden GOP infrastructure bill that they're about to pass.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to bring it up, man, and try to get your thoughts on it.
I'm not really as versed in it as I'd like to be, which is why I don't really talk about it a lot. I know it's $1 trillion, and it's mostly roads and bridges stuff. The one thing that I will say about it is that it appears as though Joe Biden is desperate to have, a bipartisan bill because he thinks of it as some sort of landmark legislation. Like this is going to be the thing that he's remembered for. Hey, He got all our bridges fixed, and he got this new infrastructure done and whatever. Now, lurking in the background, of course, is another $3.5 trillion worth of budget that involves a whole bunch of stuff that they originally floated for this infrastructure bill that is not in it, because no Republican would sit still for it when they say things like child care is infrastructure. Well, it's not really. Child care is child care. Infrastructure is infrastructure. They're two different things. Let's not get confused. Forgiving student debt is infrastructure. No, it's not. Okay, it's forgiving student debt. We can argue the merits of it all day, but it's not infrastructure. That's not really even a point worth arguing. So, there's like 18 Republicans who are on board with this thing. They at least voted to end debate on it. They're going to vote on it tomorrow. I think it's going to go through. Isn't this what we hope for, even when we don't agree with everything that's in the bill? Don't we want the two sides to actually talk and negotiate? How can I be against that?
I totally agree with you. I'm glad to see it. Like I said, I'm kind of sick of the spending. It's gone on with Democrats, Republicans as well.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm kind of sick of it, but at least I do see some working together, and I think that's good. I think that's good for our country.
Well, the one thing that they always work together on is spending more money than we have. I've noticed that. They've got that down to a science.
You got a point. Well, good talking to you, man. Talk to you later.
Thank you, Ken. Appreciate the call, and thank you for the kind words about Friday night. If you didn't make it to the Jawbone Jam, well, we'll have another one next year. And hopefully we'll have a Rated R Rudolph coming up at the end of this year, which will be a good time. Hey, my band, by the way, Cash Domino Killers, will be playing at the Sugar Creek Supper Club coming up this Saturday. And we'll kick off around 6:30. You don't want to miss out on this. You can find out more. It's in Hayden. You can find out more simply by going online and just Googling or using your favorite search engine for Sugar Creek Supper Club. It'll take you to their website so you can find out about the place and get directions and all of that stuff. It's always a good time, always a good crowd. And we, I think we're thinking of the Jawbone Jam as kind of a practice that we got in for this gig coming up on Saturday. So all the stuff that we may have muffed this past week, Friday, we'll get right this time, I swear. 2:14, back in a moment. Stick around. When I lived in my very first job was in the high desert of California, which is the Morongo Basin, 29 Palms, Yucca Valley, Joshua Tree, the three cities that sort of make up that whole area. And Donovan, the guy responsible for this song, lived just a few blocks away from me. A lot of old rockers lived out there, as a matter of fact. And the Joshua Tree National Monument is where they shot the cover for the album The Joshua Tree from U2. Anyway, you knew it was Donovan's house, even though it was, first off, it was yellow. Kind of funny, right? Mellow yellow. And even though it was a fairly modest home, I mean, by any standards, nobody would look at it and go, Rockstar lives there. But the reason you could tell it was his home is because it had a lush lawn. And believe me, in the high desert of California, nobody had grass. You just didn't have grass. You had desert for a front yard. You had desert for a backyard. Trying to keep grass alive was just too expensive a proposition because you would have to water it with some regularity. And apparently Donovan had the kind of money that he could water his lawn. And I, on more than one occasion, rode my motorcycle by his house while he, the man himself, was out mowing his own damn lawn. Believe it or not. Yeah.
That's magical.
It is. Look, Donovan's mowing his lawn. There he is. Donovan Leach, right there.
That's so magically mundane.
Just,
what a great story.
Weird.
Thank you.
Very strange. Never stopped to say hi or anything, but there he was. 221 Talk 995, talk995.com. Mr. Bugs handling my pest control, could handle yours. All you need to do is call them. 900-3433. I hear from people all the time say, oh, yeah, I get Mr. Bugs coming by. Oh, I changed to Mr. Bugs. What a great move. So glad we did it. They work the entire state, so if you're in the northern section, you're in Jasper, you're at Smith Lake, you're in one of these places, and you think, well, he's not talking to me. I am talking to you. You're south of here, you're down around Clanton, great. They can do you too. Trust me, Mr. Bugs, 41 now years in the business, and they can handle your mosquito reduction, they can handle your termite bomb, they can handle your rodent problem, they can handle your insect problem, whatever it may be. Trust Mr. Bugs, MRBUGGS. To get it taken care of for you, MrBugs.com. They know what bugs you. 900-3433. Earl is in Childersburg. Earl, you're on Talk 995. What's on your mind?
You're talking about Biden's spending on infrastructure. I spent my life working in the construction industry, and I see it as payback to the unions for getting the boat out for him.
It certainly could be. At the same time, is there any question about whether or not our infrastructure needs work? I've traveled this great country of ours, highways, byways, bridges. Updating is, and especially when you compare it to some other countries, you see what they've got in Japan, you see what they've got in China, and you go, oh yeah, we're so very 1950s comparatively speaking.
I understand totally. I think it'd be better handled if it was run through the states rather than through the Fed. But
I would agree with that. I can't think of anything that wouldn't be better handled by the states than by the federal government, because the federal government always has a one-size-fits-all mentality, and they always think that the solution to every problem is to throw more money at it. So,
absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for the call, Earl. I appreciate it, man. Sticking with the whole Walmart story, Gordon is in Moody. Gordon, you're on Talk 99.5. What you got, man?
Oh, Richard, I just wanted to talk to you about a different side of the self-checkout there at Walmart. I tried that when they first introduced it, but I got to thinking, I'm taking jobs away from Americans to work there at Walmart as checkouts. Walmart would love for us to check our own groceries to keep from paying people to do the checkout. And in fact, they'd love for us to stock the shelves if we would. But
well, I'll ask you the same question I ask everybody else when it comes to this. You use an ATM ever?
No.
You've never used an ATM?
No.
Okay. Do you dial your own long distance phone calls?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you're putting operators out of business. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Well, now.
Yeah. No, you drive a car. You put buggy whip manufacturers out of business. You should be ashamed of yourself. You're costing people jobs, Gordon. I'm only kidding. It's a joke. I'm just illustrating. I'm out of time, man. I got to run. Thank you for the call, sir. All right, 231 Talk 995, talk995.com. Work Trucks is downtown 2324 3rd Avenue South. They're also online with the Work Trucks with an X. LLC.com. Over 100 vehicles on the lot at any given time. All of them have been painted white, gone through a 120-point inspection, ready for your logo, so you don't have to scour the country and find the best of the best and bring it here. They've already done it for you, and they have got an amazing array and great deals, left, right, and center. You'll be surprised at how low the miles are on some of these vehicles, but overall, what you know is that you're getting a good quality buy. Someone else has already eaten the depreciation. We call those people chumps, but they're your chump, okay? And that's the important thing. They ate that depreciation for you so that you're able to save the money. It's a good deal. Work Trucks with an X, LLC.com. Work Trucks downtown, 2324 3rd Avenue South. They are all about trucks. Okay, so I did something else on Saturday. This is big news, David. Pay attention. This is earth-shattering. This is the kind of thing that's going to make you sit up and take notice.
All right.
I went to Buc-ee's.
You finally went.
I made it to Buc-ee's. Well, I wore on if you were at the Jawbone Jam, you saw the shirt that I was wearing, which was a Buc-ee's shirt purchased for me by my daughter and son-in-law when they were at Buc-ee's. The material is so good and so delightful. It breathes and is very comfortable. And so I brought two shirts, and when I had to choose between the two, it was kind of hot out and a little muggy, and I was like, I'm wearing this. I'm wearing the Buc-ee's shirt. I got a huge amount of compliments on the shirt. It was aside from my weight loss, it was the number one topic of conversation. Oh my God, I love your shirt. Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, it's so good. I said, eventually I'm going to have to go there. So I woke up Saturday in a great deal of pain because I'd been on my feet for a huge amount of Friday and a lot of loading and unloading of drums and all of this. And then, of course, I played the drums for about 90 minutes, not counting sound check. And so, yeah, I was hurting pretty bad. And I laid around for a while and eventually said, okay, I'm starving. I don't feel like cooking. I'm going to SHG's. I bet I can figure out a way that Buc-ee's is kind of on the way. It's not really on the way, but it's kind of on the way if you take the right path, okay? So I went to Buc-ee's. the way that people regularly describe it is like a convenience store meets Walmart, kind of a mashup. And so far, I think only one person has ever mentioned to me the thing that it really hit me as when I walked in the door. It's got a strong Cracker Barrel vibe. Nobody really wants to talk about the Cracker Barrel vibe because they sell a lot of stuff there that it makes no sense to have for sale in a convenience store. It's just a lot of stuff. And it's not the same stuff as Cracker Barrel. I'm not saying that it is. I'm just saying that they sell a lot of stuff there. They sell clothing and they sell toys for kids and they sell some outdoor stuff, outdoorsy things and things of that nature. But I was really there for the food. And so I made my way around to the food areas, and I got a chopped brisket sandwich because I heard so much about it. And I also got a fried chicken sandwich because I was going to bring that then to SHG. And then I picked up a couple of other things either for dinner that night or lunch the next day or whatever. I got an Italian hero, and I got a chicken salad croissant, which I think they don't say that at Buc-ee's. They call it's a crescent roll. It's a crescent sandwich is what it is. I also picked up some honey roasted cashews, and I think that's about it. I looked at some of the other stuff. Here's part of my problem. Approximately 20% of Buc-ee's holds no interest for me whatsoever because I'm not a jerky guy. I don't eat jerky. I've never developed a taste for this stuff. We ate it quite a bit in Boy Scouts, and I always kind of choked it down, but I've never understood the concept of taking a decent piece of meat and sucking all the moisture out of it and going, here, eat this now. Thanks, I'll pass. And don't tell me I just haven't had the right kind. I've eaten hundreds of different kinds of jerkies. I just don't like jerky. It's the texture. It's a texture problem for me. And I also don't drink coffee. And there's a huge coffee bar there that is kind of the deal for a large number of people, that it's like, oh, the coffee is so good. And apparently it's inexpensive. So not being a coffee drinker and not being a jerky eater, neither of those two things interested me. I did look at the baked goods, which were intriguing, and the fudge, which was also intriguing, but I wasn't in the mood for either of those things, and there were big crowds around both of them, so I was like, never mind. So I ate half of the chopped brisket sandwich, and it was a good sandwich for the money. But I've certainly tasted significantly better brisket in my life. Having been involved in barbecue competitions, I can tell you, the one thing that people on other teams want to do is make you feel bad about your entry. And they're very good at it because they'll be like, try some of this brisket. And you go, okay, well, that's way better than ours. Okay. We're not going to win this at all. And generally, you're right, because the other brisket is so much better. But it was good. I mean, it was good for what it was. It was certainly better than standard gas station food, I can tell you that. It was quite tasty. Quite tasty chopped brisket. And then I ate half of the fried chicken sandwich, figuring I'd say the other half of each for SHG so that she could enjoy them when I got to her house. And she didn't want either of those. She did take one bite of the brisket. She's like, yeah, I'm just not a brisket person. I was like, okay. She's had brisket before. She just has never liked it. And she didn't want the fried chicken sandwich at all, which was cold by the time I got there anyway. So she ate half of the Italian hero, which was good. And I ate the other half another day and found it to be quite tasty as well. So that was actually a cold sandwich that was just in the sandwich case, but it was quite good. Haven't gotten around to any part of the chicken salad sandwich as of yet. I did have some of the honey roasted cashews. They're quite delicious. Overall, the whole thing kind of left me like, I'm missing the thrill. I'm missing the thrill of Buc-ee's. I'm sorry. I went in and I wanted to be wowed. I was excited about it. I had a lot of money in my pocket. I was so ready to spend a lot of money, and I didn't really see anything else there that I wanted. So I got out for $32.50. That was what it cost me to buy all the things.
Wow.
That I wanted to buy.
A record low.
It really was. It really was. I mean, will I go back? Yeah, if it's convenient, but I'm not making a special trip to get over there. There's just nothing there that makes me go.
Luckily, when you start going to Tennessee more often, you can hit the one in Athens that's supposed to open next year.
Sure. Or when I go down to the beach, there's one down in...
is it Gulf Shores?
It's not Gulf Shores.
Orange Beach?
Foley? Foley. It's in Foley. I think it's in Foley. Yeah, I think that's where it is. Or Lang Street.
Samsonite. I was way off.
Exactly. Here is Lee in Homewood with thoughts on Buc-ee's. What's up, Lee? You're on Talk 99.5.
Hi. I stopped at Buc-ee's to buy a road map. No such thing.
What's a road map?
You have a phone, right? I don't understand. No,
you don't have the GPS on the phone? You don't have that?
That's why I didn't need GPS. The point was, what they did have was an Atlanta map. I wanted a Birmingham City road map. Because I want to measure the distance between point A and point B in Birmingham as the crow flies. And you can't do that on GPS.
What if the crow is walking and carrying an empty gas can? How long would it be then?
No. I'm trying to find a Birmingham City map,
and
I can't find one.
I don't know where you would go looking for that. Maybe the city of Birmingham has one.
Well, Walmart said they had one, but they lied.
Liars! You couldn't get at it anyway. The people with the blue carts would be in your way. You wouldn't be able to get at the map at Walmart anyway. Now, I believe the city of Birmingham does have one, but it's very difficult to tell what the distances are from place to place because there's all these splotches on it. That's where all the shootings have taken place. So you can't really see.
Unfortunately, this is on the western side of town I'm trying to measure, so that really would be a problem.
It would be, absolutely. What, are you planning a getaway? Is there a bank robbery involved? What are you doing here, Lee? What's the story?
No. I'm the same age as Condoleezza Rice, and I grew up very close to her, and I want to know really how close we did actually live from each other.
Okay.
And that's what I want to measure.
And so you're thinking as the crow, you want that as the crow flies, not as the Bentley drives.
Right.
Okay, gotcha.
Anyway.
Well, let me know how that works out for you.
Okay, bye.
All right. Thank you for the call. I don't remember the last time I saw a road map. Can I be honest? I don't remember. I remember cleaning out an old car and pulling all the road maps out and going, well, these are useless. Nobody wants these anymore. Nobody. You think about the things that we've made extinct over time that nobody uses. I mean, cassette decks. Do people still have cassette decks?
I did till I totaled a car. So
Exactly.
I mean, I've just finished watching Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2 back to back because that's the timeline order. And the fact that Peter Quill has got a cassette deck, both a Walkman and one built into his spaceship, is kind of humorous to me because I'm like, we don't even use that anymore on Earth, dude. You're hard-pressed to find stuff with CD players in it nowadays. People just don't really play CDs. It's all about convenience. MP3s are the go-to.
Really, the most outdated thing in a car made after, I would say, maybe 2010 is an aux cord. An aux jack.
Yeah.
Well, I have to have that because I don't have Bluetooth in my car.
Exactly. So that's the workaround now. That's the most outdated thing, I think, in recent
I
cars.
have an aux jack and a CD player in my car.
Wow.
Whoa. What's a CD?
You rule the 90s. Good job. 2:42. How about a quick break? We'll come back, wrap this thing up. Don't go away. It's another great power trio right there. I believe it was Carmine Appice on drums and Tim Bogart playing the bass there. This is one of the great groups, Vanilla Fudge. They said they always felt they loved this song. The Supremes, of course, originally did this song. And they said they felt like the upbeat tempo and the light, breezy singing of the lyrics just really missed the sort of pain that the lyrics convey, you know? You don't want me around, you've broken up with me, but then you're still calling, and you're still hanging, and you're still, stopping by and whatever, and creating the illusion that somehow this is all going to work out. You need to go away. You need to go the hell away. That's the Vanilla Fudge version, which is one of those rare remakes that I think is better than the original. I like both, by the way, but rare remake that's better than the original. The house I'm in right now is significantly better than the house I used to be in. That is thanks to Monica Thatch, Keller Williams' Trustful, who had the patience of Job and put up with me starting in January of 2020 and finally culminating in closing 1 year ago tomorrow. 1 year ago tomorrow, I will have purchased my home. That's how long it took, every bit of 8 months, to get from Richard is looking for houses to Richard has finally found the house to Richard is going to buy the house. And that is the fact that it was done at any time at all is owed entirely to Monica Thatch, a tireless worker who found a variety of different houses for me to look at and was also really good at weeding things out. Like I would send her something, I'd be like, hey, I saw this. Well, can we go look at that? And she'd be like, well, we certainly can, but here's something you might not like. And I'd be like, oh, yeah, okay, thanks for not wasting my time on that one. Now I know I don't really want to see that. But wow, I mean, she took me through 4 or 5 different houses, the fifth one being the one that I finally ended up purchasing, the one I'm in now, the one I love. I adore. Monica Thatch, Keller Williams Trustful can make it happen for you, too. She will get you top dollar on your house, and then she will help you find the house that you want at a price that you're going to love. It's what she does. So why not call her? 229-1865, 229-1865. Monica Thatch, Keller Williams Trustful, the right person for the job. Christy is in Springville and has an answer on this map conundrum. Hello, Christy. You're on Talk 99.5. What's up?
Hey, I was just going to say I was able to find a Birmingham map at Books A Million recently. So I had been looking for years and could never find one. I found one, so I thought I'd pass that on to the caller that was looking for one.
Okay, say that again. You got it where now?
Books A Million.
Books A Million.
Books A Million. Books
Yes.
A Million actually has. I didn't even know there were still Books A Millions open right now. Which? Because the one at Brookwood Village.
Trustful.
Okay.
I was in Trustful.
That's
All right.
the one.
Books A Million in Trustful. If you'd like a map, congratulations. We've tracked one down. Thank you very much, Christy. I appreciate it. Yay. And now we know. Maps are becoming like, there was a time when radio programs and television programs would end with, if you would like a transcript of this program, send a self-addressed stamped envelope to here, and they would actually mail you a transcript of the show, a written transcript of the show because you requested it. Now it's like, if you'd like a transcript of today's show, grab a pencil and start writing because that's the only way that that's going to happen. EC is in Hueytown, and he's got to be upset because I'm not as thrilled with Buc-ee's as he wants me to be. What's up, EC?
Richard, I came out of Food Giant. I turned the radio on, and I hear something about brisket, and then I heard about his chicken sandwich, and then you're saying you're not impressed, huh?
The brisket was good. I'm going to say the brisket was good, but I've absolutely had better brisket. The chicken sandwich was not good. I'm going to be honest. I was not at all thrilled with that fried chicken sandwich. It was kind of mushy.
Soggy?
It was soggy. It was not crispy. I didn't care for it
That's very
much.
strange because their chicken fingers are very good.
Well, that one did not work for me. Sorry.
Okay, I had plans to get the chicken sandwich, as I told you a while back, and last time I went in there, I went to look for that, and then I saw them sliced brisket sandwich, and I just couldn't turn one down, so I grabbed it and walked out the door. But
Don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah.
But I got a trivia question about Buc-ee's if you want to hear it.
Sure, why not?
How much gas do you think they sell every day? I heard this from a unnamed source, not a CNN unnamed source, but a real unnamed source that has ties to that place.
I have no earthly idea how much gas they sell every day.
Can you take a guess?
No.
Just
Nope. Just tell me.
I was told over 3 tanker trucks per day.
Wow.
3 tanker trucks of gas per day. Very impressive.
They hold 5,000 gallons, so on average, and at least 3 full ones per day.
15,000 gallons of gasoline. I think Buc-ee's treats it as a loss leader, the goal being to get people to show up so that they can buy, their brisket and the other stuff that's inside.
Yeah.
Because their gas prices really are surprisingly inexpensive. I mean, I was taken aback by how I already had a full tank of gas, so I didn't need any. But I will say, when I saw their gas prices, I was like, oh, I should go drive around some just so I can buy it.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Well, I actually buy mine across the street at the Chevron a lot of times because I'm old-fashioned. I pay with cash, so you go in Buc-ee's, you might be in line for a little while, but across the street, you just walk in and have a 20 on number 5, and you're out of there.
Wow. Way to go, old school. How are the New Balance shoes?
Man.
Yeah.
I got a credit card, Richard. They didn't even have that sticker pulled off the back. You know what I'm talking about?
Right. Never actually activated it? You've got a credit card you never actually activated?
I have the new one I got. I mean, I get one every year, or every 2 years, whatever. But the newest one I haven't even activated. I just tell if the wife is with me, I tell her you paid for it. So she'll whip out her.
That's right. You tell that woman what to do. That's the manly way to handle it, EC. Yeah.
But then I got to put the money in the bank. I got to put it in her account later on. See how that works.
This has been fascinating. A little glimpse into EC's life. I'm going to go now before I don't know, pass out from boredom.
Good evening,
Thank you, EC. I appreciate it. I knew he'd be upset that I didn't love Buc-ee's as much as he does. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I mean, everything's not for everyone.
It ain't for everybody. It ain't for everyone. This is why I don't know who these people are who hate Disney World. I have to worry about them. But me, I don't hate Buc-ee's. I'm just not as tickled by it as many are. Anyway, we'll come back and do all this tomorrow with less talk about Walmart and less talk about Buc-ee's. How about that? Maybe we'll actually talk policy. Who am I kidding? It's going to be all food talk all the time. You know it. Leland Live comes your way next. I'll be back tomorrow at noon. Talk at you then. Richard Dixon, Talk 995, talk995.com. Bye-bye now.